Hey guys, welcome to another audio commentary. You're listening to Vaul, and we're watching another game of StarCraft. This one is between Misuzu, he's the purple Protoss on the left-hand side on the map, Python, and Silver, the orange Zerg down at the 6 o'clock position. Bear in mind I've got the replay going at double speed, and that's just because I want to get through it really quickly. Sorry about that for those of you who don't really like watching the sped-up replays, but that's kind of how I do things around here. Alright, we've got the probe changing direction and heading straight down for the Zerg base down at the bottom, just because he sees the Overlord coming in. And we've got the drone going out to make a second hatchery straight away, but denied by the probe. Nice work there. And just trying to come in. And look at that, he's actually built the hatchery a lot further away from the Vespene gas geyser, so that's unfortunate. We've got the Protoss player, standard Bisu style build, but going Nexus first, as soon as he sees that the spawning pool isn't anywhere near ready. In fact, I'm not sure if he's even started it. I just went straight down for the Nexus, so quite an audacious build there. Got the third hatchery going in, slightly closer to the Vespene gas geyser. I assume that's because he just wants to use the second hatchery to mine some gas a little bit quicker. We'll see how that goes. And gas now taken by Misuzu, Protoss. And we haven't even got any cannons going up yet. We've got Gateway and Forge at the same time. Just really sort of comfortable, laid-back build here by Misuzu, and just straight into Zealots, basically, because he just knows that he's not going to have any Zerglings on his doorstep. There they are now, but they're just coming in a bit late, and we've got Zealots coming out already, so pretty comfortable position here for Protoss. And not quite happy about that. Maybe there was a good reason for that, but just seeing a sunken colony there looked a little bit paranoid. I mean, because he had an Overlord, the Protoss' expansion, he saw that he went Nexus first, not really in too much pressure here from like a counterattack from the Protoss player. I'm not sure if that sunken colony was necessary. Then again, I don't play Protoss vs Zerg, so what would I know? Potentially he could have moved the Zealots in and put some pressure on. I guess that would have been a way to do it. Anyway, we've got a lot of Zerglings coming out here. I think what we're seeing here is Silver's plan, and that is just to really go in for a massive Zergling rush, and we'll see how that goes. We've got Zerglings screaming around the map with the speed upgraded. We've got only Zealots blocking the entrance. Zealots, once you've got a decent number of them, can hold off a lot of Zerglings, but oh, here we go now. Just got some last-ditch photon cannons coming in finally, but the Zerglings are content to wait outside the base and just wait for their friends to back them up. And I count 6 Zealots with the seventh one coming in. Oh, Zergling attack now! Just battle everywhere, and Zerglings are pulling back out, and didn't really go so well for them. And look at this, we've got all the Zealots coming out of his base to assault those Zerglings, but he didn't count on the second group of Zerglings being there to ambush him, just to take him up the arse from the rear, and he lost about 3 or 4 Zealots in that little escapade. And meanwhile, the Zerglings are actually still building up. And here we go, Zerglings rushing up the ramp. We've got Zerglings in the Protoss base now. All the probes evacuate. We've got them surrounding the assimilator and the gateway. We've got more Zerglings blocking the entrance, so good play here by Zerg. Rushing for the Templar archives, and we see Dark Templars building just before the Templar archives goes down, so it's good to get them out, especially as there aren't that many Overlords nearby, and he's got a Corsair out now to start dealing with the Overlords. Single Lurker being morphed. In the meantime, we've got a Corsair now trying to snipe the Overlords. Good idea, since he's got the 2 Dark Templars out, and there's one of them there, but unfortunately, I hadn't counted on that Overlord just being ready for him, and Dark Templar shot down just in the nick of time before he lost his Overlord. So we now have a Lurker just sniping away at that Forge and Gateway, and it doesn't look like the Protoss Misuzu has any observers. So decent position here from Silver, but what's going to be happening here? I'm just not sure about this whole thing, because he's got his whole natural base just pretty much surrounded by photon cannons, but there is the ramp, and there's nothing really blocking the ramp now, and as that Forge goes down, there's just a free path through to the Protoss base, so I'm not sure what Misuzu's going to do here about that. We've got several Lurkers now morphed, we've got plenty of Zerglings. Lurker's just inching closer here. Looks like a bit of a sticky situation, and with the Overlords giving the sight. Oh, here we go. We've got some Zerglings trying to make their way through the base, but Zealots quickly come into position to block the ramp. More Zerglings streaming in. Streams past the Zealot. We've got Zerglings rushing to the base. The Dragoons will be no match for the Zerglings there. Still no detection, so the Lurkers have managed to run their way past the cannons, and gosh, this does not look good for Misuzu. Lurkers just going down under the ground. Psionic Storm being upgraded. Will it finish before the Templar Archives goes down? Yes, it will, because the Templar Archives aren't being shot so directly by the Lurkers. But this does not look particularly good for Misuzu. He's got his natural expansion with plenty of probes at it, but losing this main means that he will lose his tech as well. Ooh, sneaky. Misuzu's decided, in the face of what has just happened to him, to sneakily expand over the right-hand side position. So if Silva spots that, he'll really be able to wrap this game up. But devoting most of his attention to the main base. We've got Dark Templars in there, able to snipe off all the Zerglings, and still just can't really get the Overlords into a protected position here. And I really like this dynamic here with the Dark Templars and the Lurkers, because they can't see each other, and the Lurkers are able to kill the Protoss base. But as soon as he manages to get some observers up, he'll be free. But what is he going to use to build the observers now that his tech's gone? Well, he's got a new base, and that's a possibility. We've got Corsairs pretty much having free reign. Silver not veering